Good evening, everybody. I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster. And welcome once again where we kick ass and take names, unlike rematch class bullshit. But I digress. On 205 Live Matters, and with me tonight is the full 205 Live crew. So allow me to introduce you to my team. First off, I'm so glad he's back. He's a family man. He's the holiday. And he's got more knowledge than I could ever hope to have about cruiserweight wrestling, both WWF and WCW. Mr. Chris Mace. Welcome back, sir, and how are you and your family?
Family's doing good. I just want to take a moment, just tell everybody thank you that reached out to me and messaged me and asked me if everything was okay. I really appreciate it. Much love and respect, everybody.
Excellent. Glad to hear. And thank you all for your support, too, not only for this forum, but for my friends as well. And speaking of which, he is a recent newcomer to the 205 Live Matters family, but has been following since the inauguration. He brings more humor than Kenan Thompson on Saturday Night Live, in my opinion. He is good brother, Christopher Willis. Chris, how are you?
Man, I'm great. It's good to be here. I'm back with the holiday, and my first time ever with Sydney G on 205 Live Matters.
Yes, and speaking of which, she is one of the three ladies of No DQ, the indie darling and queen, and she's not afraid to express herself. Respect. And she'll take a long sip if you disagree. She is
Exactly.
ever so popular. Cindy G. Cindy, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me again. Also, I just want to give a shout out to some of the people that reach out to me for this crazy couple days, what I've been going through. So, y'all, thank you. Really means a lot to me.
Yes, and we're
Not a
glad to
problem.
see that you're doing better, too, all right? Like I said, people, this forum, it's unscripted, it's original. The morale is higher here than all the WWE locker room. We respect one another, and we respect cruiserweight wrestling. We hope that you at least give it a chance and respect our opinion, too. With that, let's have some fun and get started. So, this was episode number 134, emanating from Ontario, California. I did not know they had a place there like that.
Yep.
Geography.
It's like an hour and a half away from LA, I believe, but don't quote me on that. I haven't checked Google Maps.
Y'all would know more about that than I would because I'm here, right here, in Toledo, Ohio. Anyway, yes, emanating from Ontario, California, and it was a pretty loaded show. And first off, we get a recap of last week's circumstances with the controversial ending of our main event.
Oh, boy.
A four-way number one contenders match where it looked like both Drew Gulak and both Akira Tozawa had their show on the map. We didn't have a definitive winner. What the hell were we supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this. So WWE talked about the fans matter. We thank you. We hear you. We listen to you. We support you. And yet you're pushing Shane McMahon as your top guy. You're ruining morale. Over half your roster wants to go to freaking AEW. And you're feeding Brock Lesnar down our throats. And you're giving us this rematch class, Stomping Grounds bullshit, where over 66% of the top fucking matches have been seen before within the last 3 damn months. But you say you care about us? Bullshit.
And let's not forget one thing.
And what would that be?
Our general manager, Drake Maverick.
I was going to get to that, but thank you for getting to my ire. But before my ire, and I have plain Mountain Dew, so expect a lot of ire, I will say this. Drake Maverick, before circumstances we will talk about, he actually does care about fan input. I literally tweeted the general manager at 205 Live the following. As soon as that went off the air. I'm not going to lie. The number one thing that's on my mind tonight for 205 Live is what Drake Maverick's going to do with the Cruiserweight title picture. Are we going to get a 30-minute Iron Man match now between Gulak and Tozawa? Is it going to be a triple threat Sunday? So curious, so excited. Hashtag 205 Live matters. And the GM himself replied, already taken care of it and made a decision yesterday as I have other commitments. Tune in to Monday. And then, of course, it said, I'm counting down the minutes, thank you, because, again, 205 Live didn't give a shit about SmackDown Live. It was only filler. So I will say this before we get into that circumstance we're going to get into very shortly. At least he does care about fan input and his brand to an extent. Now, as we move on from that, we do get Drake Maverick introducing us into the night with his decision. He said since Akira Tozawa's shoulders were down by Drew Gulak and Drew Gulak's shoulders were down by Akira Tozawa, he decided both men won. So we are officially getting this Sunday at Rematch Clash. Fuck the name Stomping Grounds is Rematch Clash. This is the only one of 2 or 3 matches that isn't a rematch. Shocking. That's probably the only match I care about. We are getting the Triple Threat Cruiserweight Title match. I believe the first in the brand's history between the champ, Tony Nese, the reinvented and sadistic Drew Gulak, and the tenacious Akira Tozawa. And I honestly can't wait for that. But before that, we then learn about tonight's show. Tonight's show, of course, we're going to get the Singh Brothers versus Lucha House Party. Singh Brothers, who's been clamoring for this rematch, and the Lucha House Party said they're going to send back to Bollywood after the Bollywood brothers, Singh Brothers, won a Bhaskar, whatever the fuck that is. And then following that, we also learn our main event tonight is also a clash in the making between Oli Lorcan and Arya Daivari, since it seemed like Arya Daivari cost Oli Lorcan his opportunity last week, which leads us straight into the show. So, very nice opening, recapping last week's events. Drake Maverick gave me a decision I could appreciate. Well, why the fuck did you wear a set of fake boobs and became 24/7 champion? What?
It was scary. Kind of resembled Carmella a little bit. That's scary even too.
There goes the fragment of our imagination.
Anyway, congrats on your engagement. I hope that half the roster don't come after you to pin you for that title. And I hope that next week you actually do show up on the show, which we're going to get into more of, as this was the running story of the night as well. So, I've been rambling on enough, so let me start getting y'all talking to this. And what I'm going to do, because I always like to try and reinvent this, but I also like to have my crew carry this. It's not about me. It's about wrestling, and we all appreciate it. So I'm going to give this opening match and the opening commentary stance to you, good brother Chris. What were your thoughts on this opening tag match, your moments, and Nigel McGuinness' feelings towards Drake Maverick?
I understand what Nigel McGuinness is coming from. I know he's not too happy about Drake Maverick missing the show because that's his job, being the general manager for 205 Live. And when it comes to the tag team match, it was pretty average. The match lasted about maybe close to 9 minutes. Mm-hmm. You know, the Bollywood boys, they won, with some not sneak attack, but the whole piñata situation was just kind of weird and stupid at the ending. So honestly, the match was okay in my eyes. So I don't got nothing else to say. Nothing really surprised me. There were some high spots here and there, but the match to me was just okay. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, it was a nice little tag team opener. You had your key spots there. I will say the Lucha House Party did show off a couple sweet moves. I thought tandem tag team offense with the double hip toss, wheelbarrow, capoeirana combination to the plank cover. And then, of course, you had Golden Rewind. Singh Brothers, I will say this is the best they've been showcased because they did show a lot of great tag team chemistry, controlling half of the ring. And in the end, you're right. Mind Games took over. They messed with Penelope and got a roll-up victory. But enough hip swiveling in the volley. Freaking, I thought Big E does that enough.
Yeah.
I would like to add something on this.
Go.
The commentators was getting a little annoyed. When I heard Todd Phillips was there, it did kill the mood for me. But I understand Vic Joseph was out of town for some project.
That's fine.
The commentators kept bringing up the awards of the I think it was the MTV Video Awards. I'm like, guys, that's so overrated. Like in the early 2000s, can you please focus on the match, please? It was really getting annoying.
Thumbs down. I love it. Controversy and fineness and honesty too. But anyway, I agree kind of on that. And apparently, I guess Greg Hamilton now introduces the Singh Brothers as Bosca winners. Maybe Nigel McGuinness paid them $20. I don't know. Bottom line, hip swiveling. Leave that to Big E. Leave that on SmackDown Live. Not needed. Overrated. But some nice tag team chemistry. Before we move on from that, I'm going to get y'all's quick thoughts too. Starting with you, Holiday. Any other thoughts or takeaways you have from this opener and the fact that we were being led by Tom Phillips?
God, I hate Tom Phillips.
Here. Thank
He
you.
annoys the shit out of me. But anyway, so about the match, since I had to get that off my chest for a second. Sorry, Tom Phillips, if you're watching. Hi, I hate you. I'm sorry, your commentary sucks. Now, anyway, so about the match, I think at this point the Lucha House Party needs a breakup or do something different, go into singles actions. I'm just getting tired. Their act's getting old. We all say that about different acts in the pit wrestling, but they're getting old. I'm just tired of them. I'm ready for them to split up and do something else. I'm glad the Singh brothers actually got a win. I'm starting to actually like them, even though they are annoying as hell, but they're actually starting to like them. They're starting to grow on me, which scares me. God help me. But like I said, for what it was just okay. It wasn't anything exciting. I didn't jump out of my seat going, oh, wow, what an awesome. No, I didn't do any of that. I just sat there like, all right, drink my Pepsi. This is good. All right.
And for me, it was Mountain Dew Vulture, but I can completely elate. And last but not least, Cindy G, you know two of these boys represented your favorite WWE champion from 2017.
Don't remind me.
What were your thoughts on the Singh brothers? Where do you see them going from here? Do you see the Lucha House Party separating? And do you have any other takeaways from this opening?
Well, first of all, it's been like over a year since we've seen Tom Phillips being on commentary for 205 Live before Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness take over for that, which is like, great, we're going to get another boring-ass commentary, but except we have Eddie English and Nigel McGuinness to fill in that void from Tom Phillips because he's so fucking bland. Like, I was hoping Corey Graves should have been the lead commentator for SmackDown instead of Tom Phillips. Simple as that, to quote you, Noah. But I digress.
I mean,
however,
a three-person teams led by Tom Phillips and Michael Cole. It's not like they're Mauro Ranallo. Mamma mia!
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I'm going to have to agree with what good brother Chris is saying. That match is, like, pretty average. It just has some couple high spots. However, like, I have a feeling that with the Bollywood boys, they're being pushed forward to, like, with this whole, like, Bollywood gimmick. Like, that's their original gimmick before joining Jinder Mahal, for all it matters. And, like, saying they won the Oscars, which is, like, the Bollywood Oscars, of course. Like,
I watch even exist.
No, not really. But I do watch a lot of Bollywoods. I have to admit that, yes, because I love musical, but also drama combined together. But with that being said, I believe they're going to be pushing forward to how they are, but as tag team. Regarding with the Lucha House Party, first of all, rest in peace, Penelope. We're going to see Penelope too, just like with the whole New Day and Francesca situation. It's like going to be recycled, like with WWE. They're recycling some storylines just to make it more updated, but like not noticeable. And still, I believe that we're going to see another recycled moment from Lucha House Party. And I'm going to have to agree with the Holiday. I just wish they would break up and just go for like singles runs altogether. Because with that tag team, I couldn't care less altogether. But with
I agree. With the depth of the 205 Live roster, all three of them as singles competitors would definitely add to that because 205 Live got like 12 people, I think, including Chad Gable, if he's permanently part of it, which he wasn't apparently this week. And another thing that I was also considering, according to your whole Penelope thing, I was like, I wonder if City cares more about Penelope than Rambling Rabbit. But anyway.
I do care more for Rambling Rabbit. All right. He won my heart, but he's now a jelly.
All right. And also, yeah, guys, my friend Paul, shout out to you, Paul Mead, former 24/7 No DQ champion. Yeah, that's a thing now. He also agreed that 10 minutes in, he was already bored as hell of Tom Phillips. But, guys, let's just say this. Would you rather have Michael Cole?
That's a hard no.
No.
Michael Cole, Tom Phillips.
Got into their duct tape because of Michael Cole, I swear.
Not my luck, but there is a difference. Just saying. All right, so...
Or Tom Phillips or Renee Young. Hear Renee Young saying, oh, a lot.
I'd rather deal with that than anything, them two.
Well, I mean, all Tom Phillips knows how to say is, oh. So, I mean, that's weird. But I'm sure someone's going to clip that into something. Anyway.
Where's the duct tape? Get duct tape for him, quick. Where's the duct tape?
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Deep agreement. All right, we're rambling too much. This is going to be interesting already. We're kicking ass in commentary. All right, so now we move on to Mega Leaf, wherever the hell that is. Noam Dar and Mega Leaf Wakaku. I have no fucking idea what he was talking about. He says that he basically is away from 205 Live, and until Drake Maverick improves the state of it and meets all his demands, which are very high, apparently, he's not coming back. So apparently, Brian Kendrick, he flies a private jet, and I gotta Google what the fastest private jet is right now, currently, between working conditions right now. He said he's looking for his ring jacket, which I guess he found, but before this he said, okay, I have a match in California, I gotta get my private jet, go back to California. So, okay, I'm not sure what this was about, besides maybe just furthering the whole idea of GM controversy. Is Drake Maverick the proper GM for 205 Live? I don't really have anything else to say. Before I move on, does anyone have anything else to say about Noam Dar as far as
I would like to go first.
Yeah, go for it, good brother.
Okay, seriously, what the fuck? That promo was stupid and a waste of time. I feel like I was watching 205 Live back in 2017 again. With this stupid sports entertainment bullcrap. Seriously, you're going to have a talented guy like Noam Dar cutting a shitty-ass promo, drinking a Kaladi or whatever he was drinking, or iced tea. I'm not too sure. I'm like, for real, dude, how about you just go to NXT UK? Just go there and have fun. If you don't like 205 Live, get the fuck out. That segment to me, seriously, no, real talk. That segment to me, I almost wanted to pause it and just leave my room for 15 minutes listening to that crap. Seriously, it was stupid and dumb.
And I don't blame you one bit because I watched
that moment to me was starting to kill the buzz for 205 Live's episode from last night. It really was.
And the whole thing is too, if it was a serious promo, he should have been piss and vinegar talking about, man, it's unsafe work conditions, whatever, I'm going to be back and I'm going after Gulak. You attack me for no reason, I'm going after you. Should have been serious, not this, hey, blah, 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 work condition, blah, 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 slipping my fucking alcoholic drink, whatever the fuck I'm doing right now. I'm going to bitch, whine, moan, and complain. Shut up. You're a wrestler. You're a talented wrestler. Wrestle. Get your payback. That's what you should be, pissing vinegar and angry. I'm going after Drew Gulak. I'm going after him, man. No, you're just going to bitch, want to moan about unsafe work conditions? Come on, shut up.
Guys, keep in mind. Guys, keep in mind. I mentioned it last week that, there's some of the Cruiserweight stars are pretty frustrated with the way that Drake Maverick is, handling 205 Live. Noam Dar's bitching and complaining. Yes, that is a horrible promo. By the way, Magdalene it's in Spain, by the way, so I have to look it up on Google Maps.
I just did too, so thank you.
You're welcome. But however, he is one of those cruiserweight wrestlers that are still complaining about the frustration that's currently out, because as of right now, Drake Maverick is a fucking 24/7 champion. We're not sure what's going to happen next with the whole GM situation. So Noam Dar is a perfect example of how much he is very frustrated. I just wish I could have been a little bit more of a stronger promo, instead of him bitching and complaining too much about unsafe workplace and all that. Just vent your frustration out a little bit more in depth, just to make it more appealing, more convincing that you are one of the cruiserweight stars that are pretty much frustrated with the way that it's being run right now because of Drake Maverick's distraction with the whole 24/7 title. And that's going to be one of the perfect example of how it's going to play out in the next couple weeks on 205 Live.
Yes, indeed. And as I said, this seems to be the running development story going on behind the scenes in 205 Live. Once again, expanding to the story. Truth be told, the story's going to have bumps like you, both your brother Chris and Holiday, you said. And I completely agree. He's a wrestler. He should have just gone after Drew Gulak. He should have personally asked for a friggin' match from Drake Maverick. Even if it was over social media, I don't give a damn. This was beyond stupid. And anybody who thought he was on the other side of the world, even if you don't know where it is, guys, seriously, get real. Now, truth be told, I watched NXT UK, and it seemed like he's much more serious there. Maybe something's developing there, and hopefully that will transcend over 205 Live, not only further developing the roster, but pushing this storyline, and maybe bringing another face. But I'll leave that to the people of Aftermatch Wrestling to further talk about. And by the way, nerd fact, fastest private jet right now in the world is the, looks like blah, 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 blah. The Cessna, apologies if I butchered this, Cessna Citation X Plus goes 610 miles per hour.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to get you across the world in 2 minutes, but that's pretty damn fast.
Yep.
So anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Let's move on from that. The problem with this, and Cindy, I think you were the one that brought this up, the festering effect. We are less than a week away from kicking ass and taking names, apparently, and listening to These Boots Are Made for Walking, led by your lady, Lacey Evans. Lady! But
yeah.
I think the festering effect is definitely affecting 205 Live as far as this week goes, because this was ridiculous. Tom Phillips in this promo, you better have picked up after this, which I don't know if you call it a pickup. I mean, he was in the ring, so it is what it is. Cindy, I'm going to let you lead this because you might know more about his local competitor than I do. B. Brian Kendrick versus Russ Taylor. Can you tell me anything about Russ Taylor and what were your thoughts on action?
I hate to say it, but I'm not too familiar with Russ Taylor. However, that name sounds really familiar because I believe he wrestles as in tag team action, but I don't know. But I think one of the promotions he wrestled before was Alpha One Wrestling, but I gotta do more research about Russ Taylor because that name is so familiar that I could not pick my brain out. But with that being said, it is a pretty good match. I mean, Russ Taylor did a pretty good job trying to protect his bumps from Brian Kendrick, but of course, Brian Kendrick is the better man for it. But overall, it's just your decent enhancement match altogether.
Yeah, pushing the Brian Kendrick, reminding people who he is as a little bit of mind games. Vicious forearm strike, though. I'll give that wrestler that. That was pretty mean. But then Brian Kendrick freaking destroyed him, sliced for number 2, pulled him up like an accordion. I don't think there was much else to be said about this match, except for the fact that they bring up his last loss, I believe, on 205 Live. But they also brought up the fact that it was close to his home. Oh, by the way, WWE Production, get your fucking act together. Am I the only one that saw the freaking SmackDown Live LED banner going around the stadium?
Yes!
Yes! And then they changed it. Okay, so you can't change the ring ropes, you can't change the mat. This is a production botch. Show me that you give a little bit of sympathy to because 205 Live.
Yes, because
it's in a SmackDown Live ring. It's not on SmackDown Live, though. You won't incorporate it. That'd be too much like fucking right.
Because, like I said, I was there last week, and everything else was 205 Live. But the only thing they changed is during the dark matches where you have one of the LED ring posts, one half is SmackDown, the other one is 205 Live. It's just only for the dark matches at this inspection. Like, when it comes to 205 Live, they change everything with the LED board graphics and whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Tom Phillips said one smart line tonight, and Holiday, maybe you heard it too. He did say that the show's been on a hot roll the last couple of weeks. Probably the only smart thing he said this entire show.
Yep.
Which leads us into a recap of last week's hot opener, where you, good brother Chris and Cindy, both saw who come on 205 Live for the first time, Chad Gable. And they talked about that incredible opening match, but also Jack losing again. So we go backstage to Cher Schreiber, who I think does a pretty good job. And she's interviewing Jack and basically asking him this question: what's next? So basically he talks about that it's been on a bit of a rough roll lately, but he says that pretty much him and Gable mutually feel like there's unfinished business. So before he could continue, though, who comes into the frame? And here comes our continuing storyline and continuing cheap shots at two of the most promoted, I feel like, on 205 Live. As far as social media goes, they take that over. Mike and Maria Kanellis.
Woo!
So, good brother Chris, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think this was Mike and Maria's attempt to recruiting Jack Gallagher on their side for trying to boot or overthrow Drake Maverick?
No. Because I know Maria Kanellis, and Mike Kanellis wants the spotlight for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mike Kanellis keeps saying, I want to prove to be the very best in 205 Live. He's very upset that someone else like Jack Gallagher is getting more of the spotlight and getting more of the better matches. Because Jack Gallagher has not won a match one-on-one since February the 12th of 2019.
Yep.
This promo, to me, saved the show for me for right now. It did. Yes, that promo saved it for me. And I love the intensity from Mike saying, like, you don't deserve this. Oh, you need to be put out of your misery. You need to get out of here. You don't deserve it. You're dead weight. And I hate to say it, Mike Kanellis is right. What has Jack Gallagher done lately in 205 Live? He's been pretty much the bitch boy for Drew Gulak.
Oh my God.
Back in the day, he was, I'm sorry, excuse my French, he was just the bitch boy. Like, oh, I'm just second fiddle. Okay, cool. Drew Gulak's better than me. But he's no longer with him. Then he keeps losing and losing and losing and losing. Put him in NXT UK. Honestly, I feel like Jack Gallagher, he's a great talent, don't get me wrong, he's excellent, but what has he done? Nothing. Why are you there? Just like Noam Dar. Nothing. If you're not going to do nothing on 205 Live, go to Raw and SmackDown. Chase after the 24/7 belt. That'll be something good for you.
Well, I want to believe that Noam Dar and Jack Gallagher are above the 24/7 title picture, along with some other names. But I'll leave that story for another day.
Yeah.
You do bring up about a point, though. I mean, now, this isn't another company, but I like to think that wins and losses kind of matter on 205 Live, at least when it comes to their Cruiserweight title picture. But you're right. He has been on a abysmal losing streak. He constantly gives you incredible action, whether one-on-one or multi-person, but he can't get the job done. How much more can you take? How much more can you dig and claw and find yourself before you realize maybe it's time for a change? And you're right. He's been on friggin' NXT UK. Maybe he would have better luck there, but it would be an opportunity to reinvent himself. I don't know if he's trying to be face again or he wants to go back to being heel. I don't know what's up for him next at this point. But we do know that apparently he did challenge Mike Kanellis for a match. We don't know if that's going to happen and when.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
Sounds like next week, but it wasn't confirmed as of yet. And basically, yeah, we don't know what's next for Jack Gallagher. This show just left me with more questions, honestly. And it didn't help the fact that the freaking GM wasn't there either.
Yep.
Of which, Cindy, what are your thoughts on Maria Kanellis, basically, at this point right now? I don't know if you've been following her on social media, but I know that they've been doing these little videos about her, and even somebody posted in that tweet that I got back from Drake Maverick, Maria Kanellis for GM. Do you see this leaning towards Maria Kanellis becoming GM?
I believe it will be, because keep in mind, Mike and Maria Kanellis just recently signed a renewed contract that they're locked in with WWE for 5 years.
Correct.
So as of now, like, the only thing they're focusing is just Mike Kanellis' push in 205 Live. He is frustrated with everything that's going on so far, especially like he's trying to prove that he is the opportunist. And with Maria Kanellis, I know she's trying to focus more with Mike, but I think that we definitely could see her being a GM role, since like now Drake Maverick is the 24/7 champ, and he's getting married next week to Renee Michelle, which, by the way, she competed in the 2017 Mae Young Classic, but she lost to Candice LeRae round 1. Just saying. But with that, But with that being said, I do believe that she does care more of 205 Live. She did speak up more on social media about 205 Live. How she even defended not only Mike Kanellis, but also the show itself as well. And with the show, like everybody, including the Cruiserweight, that, you know, there's like a hint of a cryptic message on that. So therefore, I believe she will lead to 205 Live as a GM, but we're gonna have to see like what's going to happen within the next couple weeks before SummerSlam.
Well, keep in mind, we also got one more pay-per-view before this, too. So I feel like this might evolve a little quicker before SummerSlam. I can only hope, because this oversaturation of just WWE in the direction right now, it's starting to wear out on me. And this week's 205 Live, it's starting to fester a little bit, as much as I didn't want to. Because you're right, up to this point, this has been a really off-type show. So,
Yeah.
But I like to think, as always, we're saved by the main event. Because the main event, it always does two things. It gives you great action, but it also leaves you wondering what's next. Holiday, what were your thoughts on this main event before our closing angle of the show?
Well, let me take a sip of my Pepsi here real quick, because at this point, this is where this match aggravated me a little bit.
Copyright infringement.
This match
Hey, it's all good.
This match aggravated the shit out of me. I expected kind of more out of them too, first off. Second off, these two are talented. You got this feud going on. Okay, you need to have all that fire energy, man. That Daivari cost you the chance to become the #1 contender to Cruiserweight title. All right, yes, good match. They were going back and forth. Good match. But fuck me. I hate last week. I wasn't here last week to do the show, Joe. I'm going to make a quick comment. Last week, yes, you had two finishes that were, not pinfall. No, I mean, one finish that was by count out and one finish where it was a double pin. Those scenarios, those worked. What the fuck's the disqualification beating the shit out of him with a chair at the end going to do for you? Unless you're setting up a match at Extreme Rules where you put each other in a chairs match at Extreme Rules and be on the main card and settle this feud, that's the only scenario I see playing out. But fuck, have a winner to this damn feud. You two are talented. I want to see a decisive fucking winner in a match like this. I did not like the ending. I was not satisfied with the match. I felt like these guys could have performed a little bit better, just my opinion. I think I want to see more out of these two. I want to see one more match. If you do it at Extreme Rules and you put them in a chairs match, fine. Put it on the main show. I want to see something entertaining out of these two guys. But until then, if you have a conclusion to have one more match, they better put on their A game, because I've seen a lot better out of these two, and I expected a hell of a lot more than what I saw on that show.
Damn right.
I have something to say about this. Actually, about this main event, if you don't mind, Noah, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I noticed those two have been wrestling each other twice, but you got to change the style. Yes, Holiday, I agree with you whatsoever. If somebody would have caused me a match and hit me with a steel chair, now Odie Lorcan was coming with fire in the beginning, but he got cooled down when he got hit with that second row divorce cord, no pun intended. It is a name. That move. That's when things really did slow down. Daivari was working on the arm every single time for like the last 3-4 minutes. Yes, the crowd was kind of really quiet because the match was going really slow. But Odie Lorcan was keeping the pace with his striking. He is at his best. Go on, no. This is your show, man. Speak what you got to say.
No, I was just doing the only thing because you're right. As soon as he started, picking up momentum, the crowd got into it.
Okay, I'm like, you give me the hold on, let me say something. This is your show, sir.
No, I was doing the only thing. Continue.
Okay. Where was I? You cut me off, Noah. Yeah, the striking. Yes, the striking. He's working on the striking. That's when Odie Lorcan picked up. But the ending, I was happy with this a little bit. I understand you was upset, Holiday. Why? You need a disqualification for this feud. The chair, the weapon, that chair, is going to be their end game. You need a disqualification or a street fight. At Extreme Rules, if you would have said that to Vince McMahon, I think he would have a heart attack. He wouldn't say, "That's good shit." No, that's not going to happen at Entertainment Rules. No way. No way.
Well, the thing is, you're absolutely right about that not having Extreme Rules, but I was literally, and I tweeted Rick Maverick this too, I was like, okay, so basically you're just saying Odie Lorcan was already right in a chairs match, right? Just do that Extreme Rules. Do something different. Book more cruiserweights on the freaking mediocre main roster pay-per-views that are filler bullshit. The writing speaks for itself. I didn't say all that, but you get the idea. So I agree with both your stances on, I kind of have mixed feelings on the finish, But when it comes to 205 Live, they always finish their storylines in threes. And the third one is always an epic clash under some sort of stipulation. Tony Nese, Noam Dar, Lucha House Party versus Mike Maria Kanellis and TJP, just to name a couple of scenarios. So I completely agree. And before I give any more thoughts on this match, Cindy, is there anything you want to add in regards to this match, the approach, and the aftermath?
Honestly, I just feel that there's no conclusion whatsoever for the aftermath. It's just, chair shots after chair shot towards the end, especially Arian Daivari is trying to be the better man. It's like, I feel that we're going to see this feud continue on, but it's like, I'm getting to the point where, like, they really need to step up Orly Lorcan on Arian Daivari, because that match is, like, beyond average altogether.
It didn't help with the fact that, like you said, good brother Chris, there was a 3 to 4 minute rest hold period where he had to lock in not one submission, but a second one after that, his actual submission, the $1 Million Dream. But I did kind of like the approach at first where he was working on the arm. And the thing is, he was working on the arm that wasn't even Band-Aid. He was working on the left arm, the more in shape arm, which I thought was very curious. You would imagine if a wrestler has a target, that's what they would go for first. This was the complete opposite case. And I'd like to think also about this. You talk about, okay, who's the star on here? Who's the heel? Who's the face? I feel like because he did garner some crowd heat, it's kind of safe right now to think they are billing Arian Daivari as the top heel of 205 Live. So while I disagree with the outcome of the match and maybe some of the approach where it really slowed down to the point I thought I was watching fucking Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live without a commercial break, I do appreciate when Oni got intense. We saw all the hot spots, the half and half counters, the hammerlock lariat counter. We saw a different move out of Arian Daivari that looked pretty mean, that got the crowd involved. He got some cheap heat from the crowd, yelling about, "Do you know who I am? I'm the man." You're not Bully Ray, but whatever. He left an infallible mark come the end of this, where he drove Oli Lorcan over the announce table into the LED door and turned him inside out with a hammer-star lariat. More of what you probably were hoping for during the actual match itself. So what I'm hoping does culminate from this is a chairs match, because it would make sense, only if it happens at Extreme Rules. If they're going to finish this out, it needs to happen on 205 Live in a real wrestling match where anything goes. Because you're right, DQ finish on 205 Live, it did leave a sour taste in my mouth. Okay, so moving on from that, you would think we're done, but we're not. We actually get freaking proper build, actual match, match clash, stomping grounds. Oh, fuck it. I thought this was a very great way to end the show. Simple as that. Because not only do they end promoting the match for Stomping Grounds, but it wasn't overshadowed by anything. You think about the way they try and promote some of these matches for this upcoming rematch class, and a lot of them been overshadowed by pointless bullshit, primarily Shane McMahon. So I really appreciated each man's promo here. So I want to go around the horn and ask you each about one man's promo. And Cindy, I will start with you. What were your thoughts on Tony Nese? He gave a unique line saying, "I'm in a triple threat, I understand the odds, but you have to beat me if you're going to take this title from me." What were your thoughts on Tony Nese's promo?
I mean, he did had a very solid promo, and he is showing to prove that he can outtake anybody, like whatever come upon him. Like, keep in mind, he did won the title back at WrestleMania, and that is like what? Like almost 3 months later, per se. So I know he's having full confidence for himself, and I know that he's willing to take the risk, especially for his title. However, that actually kind of like changed my mind, which we're gonna go into a simple sense about like the picks for the Cruiserweight title match as well. So that's all I can say.
All right. Holiday. So Akira, very simple, no smile. So I can tell he's taking this extremely seriously, considering his first title reign was, I think, less than 48 hours. And y'all can correct me on that. He basically describes each of his opponents in one word and says what he is and what he's going to do and needs to do. What was your take on Akira Tozawa's approach to his promo for this match?
Loved it. Dead ass serious. He wasn't smiles. He was dead ass serious. He wants that title. He wants it that bad. He wants to become the 2-time champion. Loved it. It was a damn good promo from him.
All right. And last but not least, my favorite, but boy, this didn't tell me that he reinvented himself now. I almost kind of think, man, this shirt was kind of pointless. Good brother, your thoughts on Drew Gulak, his promo, and just overall his presentation?
I love a good promo when it works together. That promo was passionate. That man Drew Gulak was desperate. Like, he wants this so damn bad. He said he wanted a better 205 Live. But when he realized, he looked at himself, I need to care about me, not 205 Live. Mm-hmm. Gulak is a part of that cruiserweight division. He has never held that cruiserweight title. And I have a strong feeling, I'm not going to pick, but he is a man on a mission.
No doubt about that. And I mean, you're right. And the thing is, he says he doesn't care about 205 Live, but you will call me champ after this, but you call me sadistic or cold, and he only cares about just pain and punishment, doesn't care about, rules and order. He wants to be Cruiserweight champ, and I truly believe that's what he believes will be for a better 205 Live. Whether he's about that stance in character or not, this is where he truly feels he belongs, and this is what he wants. He's been on since episode 1. I've been saying it for months. He deserves to be freaking champion. And this reincarnation of Drew Gulak is freaking unbelievable. And the fact that he literally threw away his old self. Mm-hmm. Demonstrated that in this. It truly, truly makes me believe this could be his time. And in my opinion, this was my highlight of the entire night. All right, so let's go ahead around the horn and talk about this real quick. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw mine out there right now. This was a really odd episode, and I believe it has to do with the festering effects that you brought up, with the fact that we are in filler territory, surrounded by filler. We're no way out till after Sunday. God, I'll be glad when that freaking show's over. We didn't have our GM because of reasons. Yep. It just really felt like odd and screwy. I don't know where Lucha House Party goes from here. I hope we don't get another match like this. They need to separate. And the main event, the finish kind of left me with a sour taste because I don't believe 205 Live main event should end in disqualification. And then you got a Percy Brian Kendrick who gets like a filler match, and Noam Dar who believes he's daydreaming in some island in Spain. What did I watch tonight? And you didn't even have Big Joseph yet. Tom Phillips? This was less quality than it usually is. I don't know what to think right now. This was beyond good. And I know last week we were much more in a tolerable mood, and you and I gave the show 4. I don't think this was even average for 205 Live. So I'm going less than 3 here. I'm giving it freaking 2.5. This was not a great episode for me because the only thing that saved it for me was the ending promos towards the title match this Sunday. That better not be on the fucking kickoff show. And at this point, I don't know what's on the kickoff show. I keep looking, and nothing says kickoff, but they still got an hour kickoff, and they could probably pull off that bullshit and further piss me off. But I digress. This show is not great for me, but only because I respect the Cruiserweight title. I kind of like the camera work they did here, too. Something that just little niches I pick up that I'm like, this is cool. But then you don't friggin' upgrade the LED at one point. Are you fucking kidding me? Not a great show for me. I'm going 2.5, maybe 2 3/4, just because of Drew Gulak, and I love his promo. So I'm just going to go around the horn real quick before we finally move past this and hopefully entertain ourselves. Cindy, what would you grade this week's episode?
This week was pretty weird and odd, but the only thing I'm not happy about, even though it's just from a different show, Drake Maverick winning the 24/7 championship, it's kind of like killing the mood, and plus unforeseen future of 205 Live. Therefore, because of the matches has been odd. Promos has been a hit or miss. I'm going to have to give it. But the only thing that stays was those promos at the end from Tony, Tozawa, and Gulak. I'm going to give a generous 3 out of 5 altogether because it kind of makes me think about my picks for Stomping Ground. And so, like I said, I'm going to state it during the simple stance.
Yeah, I will say this. Even in my dismay, I still care more about this show and talk about it than I do Raw and SmackDown Live and Stomping Grounds all together. You know what? Fuck it. 3 out of 5. Because you know what? In the end, I still care about 205 Live and care about talking about more than anything else going on this fucking week before friggin' Wednesday happened.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday, what would you grade this week's episode out of 5?
I'm going to give it a generous 3 out of 5, and that's only because of the fact that I like the promo with Gallagher and Mike Kanellis and Maria. I hope to God Maria becomes general manager. Hopefully they set up a match for that where she becomes a general manager somehow. I love the promo at the end. That was like a big fight feel to me. It's like this is the biggest match of these guys' career. I love that big fight feel. That's what I want to see more of. So for that, those two things alone, I'm giving it 3 out of 5 because the matches were okay to average, and that main event pissed me off. So, but I'm still giving it a 3 out of 5.
All right, and of course, last but not least, good brother Chris, what would you grade this week's episode of 205 Live?
I'm going to be a tough critic on this one, and forgive me for what I'm going to say. I'm going to give last night's episode of 205 Live a 2 out of 5.
All right.
All right.
Reason why, it was only the promos from Jack Gallagher, Kanellis, the aftermath between Daivari and Lorcan, the aftermath, and the promos at the end between the triple threat match for rematch grounds, that piece of shit of a fucking pay-per-view. I don't know why it's happening. So I'm going to be a tough critic on this one. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I'm sorry, Noah. I'm sorry.
Don't be.
I have to give it a 2 because that show really reminded me of 2017. It did.
There's a reason why this show's called 205 Live Matters. We don't just friggin', backstab whatever the fuck you call it because, wrestling, you're all fucking marks. Fuck you. We are serious and passionate about this brand, about this show that you all declare the redhead stepchild. If we are objective to it, we're objective to it. If we love it, we love it. If we believe it should be better, then we're going to tell you it should be better. And yet you're watching this video, so who's the fool? All right? The bottom line, we all have our own various opinions because this week's episode left us just fickle, to take from the new Daniel Bryan. I don't know what else you can say. Fickle! But I digress.
Okay.
I respect honesty. I respect opinion. I don't backstab this to put myself in front of the camera. I am passionate and believe that 205 matters. It always will. Now, don't ever feel bad about giving something a little gray because you're giving it your honest opinion because your opinions matter. It doesn't matter whether people think it's fact or opinion, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. We don't just kiss ass, okay? We freaking are opinionated and objective to this show and this brand because we believe in this sport and believe in this more than Raw and SmackDown Live. You fucking anti-marks. So, bottom line is this. You don't like it all well. Don't watch. And yet you're still listening to me. Who's the fool? The bottom line is this. This episode left us feeling weird. It left us questioning the logic here. It left us wondering, is Vince finally playing into this? God help us. The bottom line, it left us fickle. That's all I can say. Fickle. And hopefully next week, things will fall back in line, and the friggin' GM will be there to be doing his job, and hopefully Vic Joseph will return. But I digress. I'll just be glad when the Stomping Ground season is over, and I truly, truly do hope that the Cruiserweight title match delivers and gets the time and position it truly deserves. And
15,
that's the main
13 minutes. 13 minutes.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
Not including entrance either. So then again, Cruiserweights, they don't showboat during their entrance. They literally go in, they're ready for a fight. It's not just a presentation on a runway like a freaking model, okay? Anyway, what a weird-ass night. With that being said, let's go ahead and try and re-energize ourselves and have some fun and also be opinionated with some simple stances. I'm going to start with something super quick and easy, and then I'm going to go around the horn so we can hopefully wake ourselves up. You remember one time when Raw and SmackDown Live were watchable, and you had wondering about the authority, and I'm not talking about Triple H and Stephanie, but I am talking about one of them. But there was a guy that was in Triple H's corner and wanted to take over the show. His name was John Laurinaitis.
Oh, God.
And he
Lord.
called something called a vote of confidence. So I want to just literally get everybody here as a vote of confidence. Greg Maverick, general manager of 205 Live. based on what we heard from his roster, based on the fact he wasn't there tonight, and based on our overall feeling right now of 205 Live, I'm just simply going to ask you guys, no confidence or confidence? Cindy, I will start with you. What is your vote of confidence on Drake Maverick as of right now?
As of right now, since he won the 24/7 championship, crap, let me call that. I don't think I don't have any confidence with Drake Maverick like what he used to. I mean, even though he started running 205 Live and then he started to manage AOP, I thought it would get a little better. But then now it's starting to get a little bit worse because, like, I believe with creative, they're kind of, like, trying to figure out some ideas, trying to make sure, like, with viewership with 205 Live, and that we have a lot of people that are, like, having mixed opinions about 205 Live, like, they don't care, to, like, it's not that entertaining, and then other mixed bags opinion, too. Like I said, No DQ Elite has their opinions about that, and so, whatever. It is what it is. But for that, if WWE have to figure out something to do with Drake Maverick, you know, there is no confidence whatsoever. And like I said, and I'll be badging again, we need to get a new GM that will make 205 Live matters.
So you're saying no confidence?
Correct.
Ouch. All right.
Yeah.
Holiday, based on the recent events of 205 Live and what we could expect possibly this Sunday, what is your vote of confidence right now for Drake Maverick?
No confidence. I see the fact it's going to end. I have a feeling it's going to play out where it's going to end up being a match. Drake Maverick versus Mike Kanellis. Whoever wins has to become general manager of 205 Live, where Mike Kanellis is representing Maria. And if he wins, Maria becomes GM. If he wins, he still remains GM. I say this is the scenario that's playing out. This is my feeling. Gut tells me that's the scenario that plays out, and that's how Maria is going to become new GM. No confidence in him right now.
All right. And good brother Chris, you've heard basically some fantasy booking. You also heard from Cindy G. What are your thoughts right now on Drake Maverick as GM? Confidence or no confidence?
When Drake Maverick first took over the job for 205 Live, he had the confidence in the world because he cared about cruiserweight wrestling. When he started to be the manager for AOPP, it was going to be a fail, and it was. Since this 24/7 belt came along, he's more focusing on the title than his general manager job for 205 Live. And when I see that intro from earlier today from 205 Live, I'm like, oh my God, he had to get the recordings out the way because he cared about the 24/7 title, because he cared about that more than 205 Live. Honestly, I just feel like he has no confidence, and I'm going to go with no confidence.
Yeah.
And plus, and I posted this on my Instagram yesterday. My vote is for Maria, and this was Cindy G's idea. Stroke the ego.
Oh, God, good brother.
I want her to be the new general manager of 205 Live. Why? No, it's not because she's a woman. Because she fucking cares about the brand. She posts it every single week on Twitter, every social media. She cares. Is she going to be fair? I don't know. We would have to see. Drake Maverick, you got to go, bruh. Peace. No confidence.
All right. Well, Joel basically gave you points there. And I like how you brought up the video recording, considering he does these usually whenever he basically introduced us to 205 Live. But I feel like you're right. I feel like he must have did these even earlier, expecting to become 24/7 champ. And maybe this is just Vince literally playing the seeds in this. I don't know, but I'm sorry. I got to agree with y'all, too. I thought ever since he became GM, 205 Live has become even better. But now the 24/7 picture right now is the focus of not only him, but apparently part of his cruiserweight division, where he doesn't even tell him, focus on the cruiserweight title, focus on this. I got to go also, no confidence on this. And, I mean, come on. I freaking booked the triple threat match happening, okay? You're supposed to give me something I can't predict. You're supposed to surprise me. You're supposed to leave me in awe. This episode didn't do that, except for the promos at the end, and you had nothing to do with that. That was just these men saying why they are worthy of being Cruiserweight champ. And they didn't even have to be in this match to tell you that. Yeah, no confidence as well. Oh, my Lord. We are in a state of mind tonight, people. All right. Let's fucking try and wake up here, okay? Cindy, what do you want to talk about tonight on Simple Stances?
Well, let's talk about early predictions for Stomping Ground for the triple threat match of the Cruiserweight.
All right.
Well, okay, because of the promos.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
You're saying that about Stomping Ground. You're not saying about the Cruiserweight title match.
That's the only match I care about. That's the only
Exactly.
match.
Yeah.
That's the only match that I'm going to be talking about. The reason why I picked Drew Gulak over Tony's and Akira Tozawa. Even though I did say it briefly during the ladies of NoDQ.com predictions video, which is up, by the way, so go ahead and check it out. Yeah. I did say that about Drew Gulak's change of gimmick he's been doing lately, and he's doing a great job. However, that promo he cut out, I feel that promo to me convinced me that it looks like Gulak is going to be the new Cruiserweight champ. I know that there's not going to be any title switches from freaking main roster card, but for that it has to be one, and that's going to be that's the Cruiserweight title match. And not only that, Drew Gulak is not only appeared on 205 Live, but NXT as well, especially with the incredible match he has with Kushida last week. You know that you have to bring someone that is from both brands to be the Cruiserweight champ so people can tune in to 205 Live, whether it's just for someone who is a hardcore NXT fan that want to check it out 205 Live. There you have it. Who knows? It may be a game changer for a fact that, and yes, I did reconsider my opinion about it, 205 Live to full sales.
Yeah. Because
Hold on, I like to go next on this one because I have something to say on this, what she said.
Let me just say this real quick. Despite the elite displeased with this brand, I will say this. One of them at least realizes the potential of 205 Live at full sale. TJS, I respect you. Simple as that. Holiday, take this away.
Okay, yes, I absolutely agree with Cindy. I think Drew Gulak's going to win. I think he's going to become the new Cruiserweight champion with this new attitude. However, what I'm more interested in is either two scenarios. I'm gonna try not to butcher your name, but Kushida. Did I say it right? Is it a miracle I said it right?
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Yeah. I said it right. Anyway, so here's where the X factor is to me on this. Drew Gulak's got this new attitude. Has he actually become the student and Kushida become the teacher? Or is it going to be where he wins the Cruiserweight title and you already got a number one contender right there in NXT because he's beat him not once, but twice? Do we finally get a takeover with the Cruiserweight title with Kushida, Gulak 3? Do we finally get a Cruiserweight title match on NXT TakeOver?
That would be freaking phenomenal. Continue.
Because then you have the scenario like I pitched before, Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak, 30-minute Iron Man match, SummerSlam. I already pitched that idea. I'm still supportive of that. But you got Kushida. One of those two factors got to kick in. Either you got automatically a number one contender because Kushida's beat him twice, or he's revealed himself at the end of the match that he has actually become the teacher and Gulak has become the student.
Okay, that is phenomenal booking, and I would love to see either of those matches at TakeOver. I still believe in my heart the Cruiserweight title should be showcased at freaking TakeOver, if nothing else. That is beyond brilliant. The freaking fact that he may become the student and Kushida's the teacher, and you might get this as number 3 for the top. That would be fucking phenomenal, especially because this Toronto crowd for NXT is obviously realize how great both these wrestlers are.
That's right.
That. And the other scenario you played out right there about the Iron Man match between these two bitter rivals that have faced each other so long, friendships, enemies, reinvented by freaking Rick Mack when he first came. That is also a grand idea because we have yet to see an Iron Man match under 205 Live. Why not do it for the title? That's brilliant. Man. All right. Before I I say anything about me, good brother Chris, your thoughts on this Cruiserweight Championship Triple Threat match and your pick to win.
Oh, man. Holiday, I want to get this off my chest. You are a smart man, and you beat me to it. I'm just gonna pick now. So I can't go what he said. So I have a feeling I'm gonna do two scenarios, but not Holiday. Damn it, Holiday, you're so damn good. Oh man, damn it, Holiday. Okay, I have a feeling Tony Nese is going to retain, but don't pin Drew Gulak. Pin Tozawa. Pin him. He had enough. Then at Extreme Rules, then it's Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak, one-on-one for the title on the main card.
Mm-hmm.
Gulak wins. Then Drew Gulak comes to the NXT tapings and challenges Kushida for the Cruiserweight Championship at NXT TakeOver Toronto, Canada. That was for you, Sydney.
I don't know.
And let them sell it in the ring.
Very nice. Very nice.
Holiday, you're so smart. Damn you.
I love the fact that you guys incorporated the Cruiserweight title on a freaking TakeOver card, but I also love the fact how you look at how it could be shaped into two scenarios. A freaking like rubber match or a freaking Iron Man match or both at once. That's insane. Now let me just say this, because as you know, this is the only match I fucking care about, okay? It's not a rematch. It's a match I'm passionate about. It's a title I actually want to see change hands, so I think it's the only one with potential to do that. So Akira Tozawa, he was freaking champ formerly under a different era. Drew Gulak, OG, yet to be champ, has reinvented himself full 360 degrees now. Okay? And then you have Tony Nese, who finally got his moment, has been what he wants to be, a real champ, but he wants to be a fine champ. And he says he's going to do, through hell and high water, whatever it takes to freaking retain it. Oh my God. You really set me in a hard spot. Because
you okay? You okay, Noah? You good?
I'm good because I'm just, damn. You all know me by now. The number one way, I believe, of 205 Live is Drew Gulak. He can launch it into the stratosphere. He can bring it into NXT. And he can make it better in his own way, whether that's his character or not. So regardless, point or no point, this is about passion. This is maybe going against logic. I want Drew Gulak to win. He needs this. He deserves this. He's been gunning for this. He's faced everybody on that roster practically that he can face according to his character. There's nothing more the man needs to prove or do to freaking, in my opinion, earn the right to be called Cruiserweight Champion. And the fact that you fantasy booked this all the way to NXT TakeOver Toronto 2, incorporated in an NXT TakeOver event against Kushida, is freaking insane. Because I was literally going to go in the direction of freaking Tony Nese versus, because I know they do automatic rematches, but I was going to go in the direction because of how well they know each other and how many times they've been in the ring with each other, and the fact we haven't had the stipulation yet. I was going in the direction of Tony Nese versus freaking Drew Gulak in a 30-man Iron Man match where Drew Gulak goes over. But there's no doubt in my mind, my pick, with all my heart, Drew Gulak becomes Cruiserweight Champion. And thank you all for waking me up. I needed this. Simple as that. Oh, my God. That was beautiful. Thank you, Cindy. All right. So, good brother Chris, what would you like to talk about tonight on Civil Stances?
Okay, this came out of left field, but this might be pretty bad. Okay. Oh, God. Let me take a sip of my water because it's so damn hot in here.
I know, right? The summer weather, yo.
Yeah. I came up with it just now, so no one can come up with this. The announcers was talking about Drake Maverick getting married next Tuesday. What if they what if the WWE cameras followed Drake Maverick's wedding on a 205 live show, live when this is happening? You see the people, who's been fighting for the 24/7 belt, like Cedric Alexander. If I'm rubbing people the wrong way, I'm sorry. It's okay. Don't hurt me. Cedric Alexander, EC3, Titus O'Neil, Eric Young. The list goes on and on. Even maybe Noam Dar might show up out of the blue because he's feeling unsafe. So he wants to follow Drake Maverick and try to confront him and say, please, I don't want to get hurt anymore. But anyway, Drake Maverick is trying to get married with his female wrestler or whatever the name is. So I don't care. Out of nowhere, you just see R-Truth just intervenes, attacks Drake Maverick, gets the 24/7 back, and just high tags it when 205 Live is happening. Live. Kind of like a sports entertainment field. Kind of like 2017. Would that be good or would that be bad?
Well, I got it.
Wait. I'm going to go with Noah. You first. This is your show.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Sports Entertainment Incorporation and the current wrestling-driven product 205 Live.
Yeah.
A wedding. Wow, what could possibly go wrong here? What goes wrong during a WWE wedding? What could go wrong at a WWE wedding? I think, maybe somebody will go for a cake. Maybe the whole friggin' place will be wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're trying to entertain me versus building a wrestling storyline. The only good I can see coming from this is it adds to those that might not be in attendance that look at this more for the wrestling versus for the entertainment. And I could see this blowing up in Drake Maverick's face to the point that they literally do threaten to walk out on him, and 205 Live gets a reset with a new GM. And then, as I discussed, I believe, last week, we keep this going all the way to Survivor Series and build a real 205 Live traditional Survivor Series match with Team Drake versus Team Maria, where you would also incorporate now Drake's wife. And I could see Drake's wife mixing it up with Maria. You're potentially bringing another woman into 205 Live, which makes me curious. So the only good I can see coming from this is you're further driving the idea that 205 Live needs change, and Maria can friggin' initiate that change. So to answer your question, 205 Live, wedding live, yes or no? By a narrow margin, I am going to say yes because I would dictate that fantasy booking would keep me invested in the product. So yes, I would agree.
Holiday?
Yes, I agree, but only with a twist. Okay, they advertise this wedding like you're talking about. They advertise he's getting married next Tuesday. They're going to show clips of it live, but they're going to say, they're going to keep advertising. I can't believe what happened during this wedding. What you must see it. It's must see. You must see what happens. And then they show the wedding, and you can see the wedding. You see family and friends, because you got to have real people there. Obviously, you got to have real family and friends there. But then you see wrestlers from Raw and SmackDown sitting there. They're looking because they still got that 24/7 title. But then when they have Maria and Mike Kanellis show up. When they make the saying, if anybody has any reason these people should not be wed, they say object, because now they have made an announcement of their own that they have had a vote of confidence with all the cruiserweight wrestlers, and no matter what, they're voting him out of power. You are no longer the GM of 205 Live. And during that time, as he's all shocked, then you could have R-Truth run out real quick, disguised, get the pin, he wins that 24/7 title, runs into the ocean, does whatever they're getting married at, who cares? But then you kill two birds. Goes, not only do you lose a 24/7 title, now you're no longer the GM, and guess what? I'm in control of 205 Live now.
Interesting, considering that will leave Drake Maverick with absolutely nothing now, except for a wife, if she still agrees. Because again, obviously, if it's a WWE wedding, it's not the real thing. It's going to be kayfabe.
Yeah.
Okay. Cindy, you're the only one left. What are your thoughts on a 205 Live wedding?
I believe it's going to happen, and I hate to burst your bubbles, guys, but there's already been a report that it's going to happen.
Oh, my God! I want royalties! Please,
wait. What? Are you
Yeah, there's a report that they're actually going to be filming Drake Maverick's wedding segment, but it did not indicate which show. Like, either they'll do it on Raw or SmackDown or even 205 Live. Honestly, 205 Live would be a perfect fit, especially it'll be reintroduced to Drake Maverick's wife, Renee Michelle, because we haven't seen her since the first ever Mae Young Classic. And that match with her versus Candice LeRae was quite nice. I would like to say so myself. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, like, I think it will be like a good way to just reintroduce her, but then also like what's going to happen next with like the feature of 205 Live and whatnot too. And the stupid ass 24/7 championship or whatever. So yes, it is going to happen. But time will tell, we'll find out.
I will share my royalties with everyone. Trust me, I wouldn't be greedy.
And to think, good brother Chris, you proved once again how we, the fans, are better writers than WWE.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Holiday, what would you like to talk about tonight on Simple Stances?
Well, I had two, but Cindy kind of solved the first one when she asked her question because I got into my theory about all that. So thank you for that. So my question would be, should we have another Cruiserweight Classic? I definitely think we should. But let's say we have another Cruiserweight Classic. We keep doing these Mae Young Classics where the last year the winner, whoever won, got to choose for any title, challenge for any title she wanted to. Correct. So why not we go back to the Cruiserweight Classic where the winner gets a challenge for the Cruiserweight title anytime they choose?
I don't think that's a bad idea necessarily. Cruiserweight Classic was freaking highlight for me of that year. And it's pretty much built towards what 205 Live has become today. Well, prior to this episode. But anyway, and I would love to see Marmonello on commentary now with the new Daniel Bryan. That is the best two-some commentary team in modern WWE history.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
So I'm completely for that. Now, as far as a winner for that, because, oh my Lord. Well, most of the people from that Cruiserweight Classic, they were for a short time with NXT, and then they were gone. And then there were some that were, they wanted to sign but chose not to. I think still the original plan was Kota Ibushi to win the whole thing. But he didn't sign with WWE. Yeah, I wonder why. And then you, of course, have all the remainder of the Cruiserweight Classic that became what is today 205 Live, the 205 Live OG. So as far as picking a winner for that, oh, man. Well, here's the thing. So NXT, they're doing their own thing with their own little tournament. I'm not going to spoil it here, but I'm just going to say that. I would probably take some of those participants and put them into it because they are former X Division athletes, so they obviously can wrestle cruiserweights. But as far as a winner, that's the thing, though, because if you're going to pick a winner, you're going to pick one that's going to be high name value and really give attention to 205 Live or Cruiserweight Wrestling. Truth be told, TJP, he did it for the short time. He was freaking Cruiserweight champ, and it was incorporated on Raw until they fucked it up. So, yeah, I'm pro Cruiserweight Classic all the way. Just keeping it simple. Cindy, what about you?
Well, this is quite interesting to grasp for it. I mean, if the only way that how it should be back in the day, then, yeah, what was the second question? I kind of spaced out a bit.
I was talking about the Cruiserweight Classic. Should they bring it back? And the concept being the winner gets the future becomes the number one contender to Cruiserweight title who can challenge for the Cruiserweight title at any time. What I didn't leave out, I wasn't sure. I should ask Noah real quick. Do you think it should be 16 new, like either 8 or 16 new competitors that we haven't seen in 205 Live competing? I forgot to ask that part.
I definitely would go with the new one, but I don't know if 16 would be too many.
Yeah.
We did, 8-person tournament for number one contender to the Cruiserweight title, and the first one was double that 16, incorporating talents from NXT UK and NXT. 16 might be, because, that's usually like you're running
it's a little too
for a freaking tournament bracket. But I would definitely try and strive for 16 new. And as far as time goes, any time is very vague. Because anytime, this is that Money in the Bank. Anytime can be any time. I think you would set like a window for that, or like you would set it for like big stage date. Maybe your Cruiserweight Classic could actually lead towards the freaking first ever Cruiserweight Special.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And, like, let's not forget, like, since I don't think we're going to have the WWE UK tournament anymore, since now we have NXT UK, then replace that with the Cruiserweight Classic where it belongs to back then, because we already have, like, one Cruiserweight Classic. That was years ago. And then we have the
Mhm.
Mae Young Classic, and then we have the Dusty Rose Classic, which is solidly for NXT.
Correct.
So why not bring back the Cruiserweight Classic? It won't hurt anybody, and plus it will give more notoriety just to promote 205 Live for the viewership.
And it would be at Full Sail, too, where it would truly be at its highest morale standpoint, because the audience cares about Cruiserweight Wrestling. I'm still buzzing over Kota Ibushi versus Cedric Alexander. That was my match of the tournament.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good brother Chris, your thoughts on Cruiserweight Classic 2 leading towards a Cruiserweight title opportunity at any time, or potentially the first ever Cruiserweight Special?
Cruiserweight Classic Part number 2. Shut up and take my money. I will buy the T-shirt in a heartbeat. Have a 16-man tournament, and the person to win the number 1 contendership, Shane Strickland. Yes.
Oh!
Mm.
Why does he go by a new name now?
He does, but he's still Shane Strickland, so I'm just going to go with that.
Yeah, we don't say no slave.
Are ridiculous.
Well, okay, she gets a pass because it's an NXT name. If it was like main roster, we can't say the slave name, okay?
That's true. But I'm still annoyed that they took away Bugenhagen. I love that.
Right.
Or DJ Z's name, he's now Joaquin Wilde.
Yeah, that sounds so easy to say. But anyway, Chris, continue.
Yes, I would say Shane Strickland to win that tournament. Wait for that opportunity. Don't cash it in like it's a Money in the Bank. Cash it in maybe at a Survivor Series or at the Royal Rumble on the main card.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Have the tournament at Full Sail. Yeah. Have the 2 greatest commentators for that show. No Michael Cole, no Renee Young. Now, when it comes to a third, add Beth Phoenix. She's great. Trust me, true story. Beth Phoenix, she's great.
I agree.
She's doing good in NXT. I agree.
I would like to see one more person, but it has to be from the NXT UK brand altogether.
And who would that be?
Sid Scala.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Just throwing it out there. I mean,
to the GM. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, throw in Sid Scala. He could be like the touting scout for the UK division. Why not? Won't hurt.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
Obviously, I feel like we got to put Raul Mendoza in there. I mean, they freaking acknowledge him as a cruiserweight on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy can go. I respect his action in the ring, and I would like to see him face like Garza Jr. though. That'd be pretty cool. And
or Angel Garza.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, names. Sorry, I'm not good with names. And I mean, Fightful recently put out a list of contracts expiring. If they could bring in some talent from Ring of Honor like Flip Gordon or Bandito, I feel like that could definitely raise some name value. Because even some people know what Ring of Honor is. I mean, you heard the pop that Allison K. Sienna got when she was in the Mae Young Classic, and she's from friggin' Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
And Tessa Blanchard.
Oy vey. Well, they have definitely broke the record, I believe, for the longest tooth that matters. So I think on that note, I think we're done here for the night on this rated R for sure. Passionate, rant, objective, fickle, fantasy booking edition of 205 Live Matters. Good freaking Lord Almighty. And hopefully, after the festering effect of rematch class ends, we will be in a much better mood and condition, and so will the 205 Live product under GM management. Actually, there. But with that, I think we're done here. So first off, thank you to my crew for joining me as always, and thank you all for staying in the fold of all of this. I can only imagine the sort of feedback this is going to get, if anything. If it doesn't, oh well, I don't give a damn. This was fun for me. So with that being said, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the horn, and we're going to start, of course, with the holiday. Chris, as always, I appreciate you. What would you like to plug tonight, and where can people find you?
Y'all can follow me on Facebook at Chris Mace, Sport Aftermatch Wrestling. They do great work. Sport Colin Andrews through the chopping block. Like I said, support everybody that's right here. Like I said, we take time out of our day. We love talking about wrestling. We're not, like I would tell everybody, we're not here for the money and the fame or fortune or anything like that. We are here for the love of wrestling and love of the game.
Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, and now let's go down to good brother Chris, the leader of AEW Nation, and again, the guy that brings humor and the guy that brings some great booking. I thank you as always, sir. Where can people find you, and what would you like to plug?
Follow me on Facebook at Christopher Willis. Follow me on Instagram, Chris J. Willis86. Yes, everybody, I have Twitter now. Follow me at GB Chris86. Follow my Facebook group, AEW Nation. We just hit 6,900. Clowns, don't look at the number like that. Clowns. So 6,900, we hit that mark today.
Congrats.
Yeah, so we just hit that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really happy to be a part of 205 Live Matters in this video. I think this is my 4th video, or 5th, I believe. I'm having a great time. I love it every single time, and I can't wait to do a lot more.
As always, all are welcome. Folks, if you are a fan of wrestling, if you have a voice, if you have an opinion, if you have a personality, 205 Live Matters is the forum for you. We welcome all and challenge all. You ain't going to stop us, so join in or go away. And with that being said, with that being said, people who claim your sympathy, Cindy, where can people find you, and what would you like to plug in? As always, a pleasure, dear.
Follow me at nodq.com/Cindy. That's going to take you directly to my Twitter page. I mean, I vet about wrestling and other crap like that. But I am mostly active on Instagram, so make sure to follow me at simply_C_, okay, where I posted, photo art of landscape, nature, Funko Pops, wrestling. And if you go on my page, it'll be the Instagram story highlights of past shows I've gone to. Recently, I went to past independent wrestling show, and I went to SmackDown Live and 205 Live, hashtag 205 Live Matters, last week, y'all. So make sure to check it out. And plus, do not forget, make sure to check out my Instagram story where I posted still the 30-plus day challenge where I have to wear the Toronto Raptors team color. But you know what? It is what it is. I just already let it go.
Canada.
And also, you guys, there's going to be an upcoming prediction video. The 205 Live Matters crew is also part of Team Indie DQ. Well, just in case, let's just pray that 205 Live is not canceled. We got Team Indie DQ all together, and we'll be doing our upcoming prediction video for Fighter Fest as well. So make sure to check it out. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Short and sweet.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, for those of you that are wondering, who the hell is this guy? Even though I can tell less if you know me, just know wrestling and react to it. Simple as that. Know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of what? Wrestling. Damn right, wrestling. Not Switch Entertainment only. Wrestling. Open your mind. So with that, if you want to follow me, judge me, critique me, go at me, I don't give a damn. You can follow me on my Twitter where I'm the most proactive at nodq.com/Noah or at nfoster1916. But if you want more content like this every week, and also during my summer of wrestling, I'm doing simple takes, predictions, and retrospectives and bracketology on other forms of wrestling. AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Impact, Independent Wrestling, support your independent wrestling, both local and beyond. Then follow my little YouTube channel here at youtube.com/users/NoahFox210. Next week's going to be a busy week. I mean, I got the world Ring of Honor to do. We got New Japan Pro Wrestling Southern Show down in Melbourne, Australia. And at least this week, we're doing AEW Fire Fest, courtesy of, us being part of Team Indie DQ. But I'm still going to probably do more after that. And then also expect these fine people with me for a bracketology video on the G1 Climax, the best wrestling you're going to see all year, guarantee, if you're a wrestling fan. And I dare you to freaking go against me in that. Anyway, also, like Cindy says, we're NoDQ. Support NoDQ.com on all your social media platforms. Your opinions matter. Go make a friend. Go make an enemy. Go troll virtue. Good luck. And go buy a shirt, NoDQ.com/shirts. Check out playlists on Spotify. Hashtag Team NoDQ. I think there's over 5,100 songs now. Good freaking Lord. We know too much damn music. And just, as I always like to close, support your wrestling house big and small, and let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that. And also stay tuned. I will be back with the Rated R report with the Wizard, 7 odds winning the General, Jerry Slaughter, to do predictions for, Stomping Grounds, a.k.a. rematch.
Can't wait for that review. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Oh, the glass are going to be off with like 66% of it. Trust me on that. So with that being said, folks, I am fucking tired, but I also got to get ready to do those predictions 7 hours from now. It is currently freaking 12:06 a.m. on the Eastern Standard Coast. I officially hit June 20th. I need a Mountain Dew. I am done here, so go share some laughs. Join in the fun. Start a feud on wrestling. And until the next video, I hope you all, whether you are against us or with us, have a good night.
Cheers, y'all.
Hashtag 205 Live Matters.
Even at its worst, 205 Live Matters. But even at its worst, you get a way longer but much more worthwhile
We
video.
need the T-shirts. No DQ. We need the T-shirts. Hashtag 205 Live Matters.
Eat them T-shirts.
Money, hey, come on. Money, you
Pac-Man
need
in
it.
the lobby here. I can't push the freaking stop button. Okay, we're out. Bye, y'all.
Cheers.
Now the commentators, fuck Tom Phillips. No homo.
Oh my God, really?
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Do we gotta start?
He's got
You
a
gotta have
rant
to edit
now.
this down.
Oh Lord.
I'm
You
good.
gotta edit this out. Bro.
I'm good. I'm not editing this shit out.
It's gonna be edited. It's gonna be edited.
Okay,
Yeah, because
I'll consider it. Maybe I'll add as an outtake. Continue.
Okay,
Continue.
I'll take this at the end.
I
Okay, do it over. Hey, just do it over. Do it over, man. Just do it over.
Okay.
Yeah.